Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Life and Anxiety. Not that we want to live with anxiety, that just happens to be the name of the channel. Today I want to make a video about meditation. It's a technique that I find to be very beneficial for anybody with racing thoughts, anxiety, stress, or you're just struggling and just need an internal break in general. So this video is going to be about meditation, the way I approach meditation, and if you give it a try, I think you might find it beneficial as well. Now, I want to start with a little preface about meditation. Meditation is something that I have used in the past. From personal experience, meditation works very well. It's a great way to reset the brain. One of the downsides of meditation is that most people struggle because it can be hard sitting for prolonged periods of time. It's very easy to become restless when trying to meditate, but you must remember that that's normal. The frustration when you're first trying to get into a meditative state is normal and it will pass. You just have to give it time. And it's important to remember that this is probably the most hard part is the feeling of restlessness and the racing of thoughts when beginning meditation. We become restless because in the first initial couple minutes of meditation, we're trying to put ourselves in a relaxed state. And it's easy to become restless because we're removing ourselves from an environment full of external stimuli into one with little or no external stimuli. Now, everyone meditates a little bit different, and everyone has a goal in mind when they meditate. For me, it's reaching a state of calmness and just removing it as much external stimuli as I can to kind of rest, reach that state of calmness, and kind of reset the brain. Now, if you're still with me, I like to share the way that I approach meditation and how I go throughout my meditative time. I would recommend watching this video first before putting it into practice, just so you can kind of see the way that I achieve a state of meditation, a state of calmness, um, in order to rewire myself for part of the day. Uh, and this meditation, I just want to forewarn you, it takes about an hour. And I know that seems quite a bit of time, but that's what it truly takes to get into a stage of meditation. And it may be a little bit of a struggle for some people, but I just want to urge you to stick with it. And after a while, you will not be paying attention to time. So I'm going to go through the steps of how I do my meditation. I find it very beneficial, and I hope you do too. So let's get started. When I meditate, I like to find a dark room in my house. I make sure the air is comfortable to me, and for me, that is cool air. If you enjoy warmer air and that makes you the most comfortable, then it's really your preference, and that is fine too. I make sure that I have a blindfold and a pair of earplugs. I find this to help me get into a meditative state much easier. I also put on soothing, meditating music, usually from my Alexa. I have it just loud enough to where I can faintly hear it with the earplugs in. I put myself in a comfortable position. For me, this is Indian style, with my back near or against the wall, with a soft blanket underneath. I then make sure my music isn't too loud with my earplugs in. just loud enough to where I can faintly hear some of the music in the background. I settle into my comfortable position. Before I put the blindfold on, I set my timer for 1 hour. Then I begin the process of letting go of thought. I also begin taking comfortable breaths, not too fast and not too slow, just right. When you begin the journey into a meditative state, you're still very aware of your surroundings and anything external. So this is what to expect. And remember, it is normal, so hang in there. The first 10 to 15 minutes, everyday thoughts are going to come to you. This will most likely include worries as well. Instead of fighting them, I want you to acknowledge these thoughts and let them go, because other thoughts are going to continue to come and take their place. Don't fight these thoughts. Just acknowledge that they are there and mentally give them recognition, and they will fade out. And others will continue to come in to take that thought's place. Keep doing this no matter what the thought or how troubling it is. Just acknowledge it and then release it. Eventually, the train of thoughts will lessen and lessen as you let each one fade out. My meditation is not the goal of complete absence of thought. It's merely to have a period of time to let go and let your mind take a break, to let your mind drift. About 20 to 25 minutes in, these thoughts will almost or entirely disappear. I like to think of this part of meditating as the transition. By now, your body will have relaxed. The urge to move your arms or any part of your body will lessen significantly or be gone completely. During this part of meditation, you'll be feeling much more different. Things will be much more internal. If you still hear music in the background, that's okay. It will ground you to this state. There's no need to block it out. Continue to look into the darkness of the back of your eyelids and let yourself drift. You'll probably notice slight differences of darkness as you continue to drift into your meditative state. This is my favorite part. I like to think of this as the void or space, the absence of everything. I like to imagine myself floating through it and being present in it. You may have some thoughts here or there, but they will be less impactful. Or you may have some message of clarity during the stage. Just acknowledge it and continue to drift. Continue to take nice, comfortable breaths. It's time to let go and drift away into the darkness. Continue to let yourself drift until the timer goes off. When it goes off, you will merely notice it and you won't be startled. Don't take off the blindfold and earbuds right away, because your extremities are going to feel a little heavy. Mentally tell yourself it's time to come back. I do this by counting back from 10, like I'm traveling back down aboard an elevator. Do this slowly. You can even imagine yourself in an elevator. I like to imagine myself in an elevator with that old-fashioned elevator music playing. You're merely just waiting, traveling in between the floors. You look up at the floor monitor, and it goes from 10 to 9 to 8 to 7 to 6 to 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. Open your eyes. You can take off the blindfold, open your eyes, and slowly notice the surroundings. It's best not to do this quick. You can now turn off the alarm. If you're sleepy, which is common for me, lie down on your bed for a few minutes. I've even fallen asleep a few times after meditating. When you get up, you will feel a sense that your thoughts have slowed, and for a short period of time, you'll take in your surroundings a little bit differently, pleasantly. By now, you've officially reset your brain. I find this to be very beneficial for anxiety or if I'm having a stressful day. If you try this method, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video and would like to see more, please like, subscribe.